as you build out this community, right, focus on women with sexual traumas, now that's your membership, right? Now they get, they know, like, and trust you. They come to the group so that it's almost like therapy for them, if you will, right? And then now they trust you already, so why not? You allow, like, you lead them, with their finances and everything else.
You know what? That is really good, because you made me really think about something. When I left my home to go to college, I went because I wanted to have that freedom, that financial freedom. I grew up in an emotionally abusive home. And so my stepfather controlled everything with the finances and stuff. So I said, that's not going to happen to me. And I said, I'm going to college, educate myself, prepare myself so I could be independent and would not have to depend on a man financially.
Yep.
That you brought that back home full circle to me. So thank you so much for that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
and
ma'am.
then I have one last question about your vault. And say it again. Oh, about how to get on? What? Ask about what?
Jabril trying to sneak in another question. You ain't slick, bro.
I can read.
It's just a question,
You know it. I just
real quick. So the vault, the high ticket clients, are they?
Yeah.
It sounds like you said that you put some on inside the vault.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
It's almost included in if they make the how does that work?
No, so like what, like, with the show, I have an obligation to my audience, right? And so, I know the altitude of what Inside the Vault is. It's millions of subscribers, right? So a lot of people watch it, and so based on me working with somebody, I could tell, like, if they would translate well on the show. And so that's why I say I don't really promise that. It's something that I consider. Like, if somebody killing it, if they doing a thing, and I see like, oh man, this person is ready, then yeah, I'll open up a spot for them.
Okay, that makes so much sense. I appreciate that.
Yep.
Curious when you said it.
Yep. All right, Rev, talk to me.
I'll try to be brief. I have been trying to figure out, that price point for the hourly rate. And my issue is that, what I offer is transformation in your quality of life. Yep. So it's difficult to quantify. So I thought about looking at healthcare costs maybe, and seeing if maybe that's a thing. And so when you look at like statistics, people who are dying say that their biggest regret is wishing they lived a happier life that was more in tune with who they are.
Yep.
And that's from like data. Then statistics show that, the average woman dies at 79, the average man dies at 73 in the US, and the US spends roughly $13,000 a year on healthcare.
Yep.
Would I be able to somehow use that $13,000 number to figure out maybe if I'm adding quality of life?
So quality of life, I mean, I don't know, right? Because so ultimately you're gonna have to sell it, right? Mm-hmm. But like, I know for me, quality of life doesn't cost 13,000. That's way more than that.
So can you help me with that? Because that's my issue. I don't know how to put a number on living your most happiest life. Most people say there is no number for that.
Right. But think about this, right? So here's the other thing too, is that you gotta be able to. It really depends on who you're targeting too, right? Mm-hmm. And so, like, for me, my target market is usually entrepreneurs or high earning professionals who want to build wealth, right? Why? Mm-hmm. Because there's sort of like an unlimited cap of what I can help them do, which is why in my, I said like quality of life, there's like me helping somebody get a better quality of life is worth at least $100,000. Mm-hmm. Right? Why? Because I know the studies have showed it too, is that the happier someone is, the more relaxed someone is, the better they are at being able to attract more money, right, and more fulfillment in their life, and that fulfillment, kind of sort of like equates to, something that you can monetize, right? And so, so I for me, I feel like quality of life is at least worth 100K. So if you charge, 10X, so if you charge 10,000 for your program, I don't see that as being something that's not that, that's like far off.
What
right?
about the hour? Because the program, I got that, but the hourly rate, because that's more, right?
Yeah. So the hourly rate is almost like, if you are, and sometimes the hourly rate could be the same as, what your program is for, right?
Okay.
What your program is, because like for me, my hourly rate is 25, and that, like, my highest ticket is 50, only
Right.
because I'm like, I mean, you're only gonna get like one or two of me one-on-one, and the
Right.
rest of it is like broken up into like weekly things, right? So if you charge somebody 10,000 for their, you charge them 10,000 for your program, and then you gave them one-on-one where you help them individually, and then it's just a one-on-one, but then you have the weekly calls or whatever, then that's worth the 10 grand, right? But let's say somebody wants to talk to you 5 times. Well, that means you should be charging them 50 grand. You
Okay.
get what I'm saying? So like,
Okay.
so I
Perfect.
think that, that number, based on, what you could help them do, is,
That
like,
was exactly what I was thinking, because I do exactly what you do in terms of making you realize your full potential so that you're able to attract all that's
Exactly.
yours. So yeah,
Exactly.
perfect. Thank you so much.
yeah, my pleasure. All right, 7:04. So we're gonna run really, really quick through these. Cara Dean, talk to me. You're on mute.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Well, one first thing is thank you. I love your 5-hour program. It was very intense. Oh my God. But making it through. And my ebook is finished. I just need the name of it. And second thing is, where do we put the framework? And third thing is my program that I'm saying, I want to charge $20,000 an hour, but I related to, I want to do a retreat and getaway for the nurses. But how do I charge the $20,000 an hour for that?
Yeah. So when I say hourly rate, I'm really talking about what it costs for somebody for you to consult somebody, right?
Okay.
And so I wouldn't charge anybody 25,000 an hour for anything, because I actually don't want to talk to nobody, right? so like I wouldn't charge. I like, even if somebody say, "Oh, I want 8 hours of your time," like I don't want to talk to nobody for 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? So because I don't want to create another job for me. What setting an hourly rate does, it allows those who are serious and want to get a result quicker, access to you so you can help them faster. But then it also allows people to see your value in your other offers, right? So if somebody's not willing to pay 25,000 or 20,000, well, they're willing to pay 2,000 for a course. You know what I'm saying? They're willing to join a membership, right? And so it's almost like if Oprah's a billionaire. If Oprah said, come see me for $1,000, like who's not gonna sit with a billionaire for $1,000? Like, that's a no-brainer, right? And so that's what the hourly rate is for. And also I think it helps you understand where you should be pricing your program. So let's say, for instance, always know your numbers too, right? So let's say, for instance, the retreat is gonna cost, I don't know, if you get, like let's say if you got 20 people, the retreat is going to cost you $2,000 per person, let's say, right? So now if you charge a $20,000 fee for your program that comes with the retreat, just know that 2,000 is going to, you know what I mean? Like, so now your profit is 18,000 opposed to it being a full 20,000, right? And so you could bake in sort of like costs into the amount that you pay or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, like I have a sales team, right? And so I also bake in what I pay my sales team in the price of my program. So that way, you know, after I pay everybody, I still get what I believe my time is worth. So there's a little bit of math, you know, I guess, you know, that you want to do as you're pricing out your program and figuring out what you're going to offer. But at the end of the day, that baseline number of what your hour is worth is important because it helps you price everything else.
Okay, thank you. And my book, just want to tell you the title.
Yeah.
So for the ebook, I have Breaking Point: Nurse Burnout and the Struggle for Work-Life Balance.
I like it. So nurse burnout.
Yeah.
And
so the first part is Breaking Point, and
Yeah.
then subtitle is Nurse Burnout and the Struggle for Work-Life Balance. That's for the
ebook. I mean, say it again. You said Breaking Point.
Nurse Burnout and the Struggle for Work-Life Balance.
Okay. I would flip that. Because I like Nurse Burnout as like a title. So like Nurse Burnout, you know, how to find work, you know, how to avoid your breaking point and find, you know, work-life balance, something along those lines.
Okay, I'll reword that, reword it, and then you'll know that my book is Reviving the Caregiver, Overcoming the Nurse Burnout with Practical Solutions.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, and one more thing with the framework, where do we put it, in the book or the ebook?
Yeah, in the book. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, so you put that in the book, and then we talked about it earlier. That was Tiffany's question. So there's ways that you could put it in a book. I don't want to rehash it because of the time.
I watched
it. You get a chance, just watch the replay.
Yes,
I give a whole example of how I did it.
Oh, and just what were my thing? I reworded it because what you said yesterday. So I have a different framework, but I reworded it like you said. So now I have care.
There we go.
Communication, appreciation, rest, and empowerment.
I love it.
Thank you.
All right, my pleasure. Okay. Ms. Lester, talk to me.
Hi, Ash. Thanks so much. So I revised the title like we talked about yesterday. And what I came up with was Softer Side of Strong: From Pain to Prosperity, the ultimate guide to success after divorce.
Yes, ma'am. That's the one.
I know it took me 2 hours, but I got it done.
That's the one. Like, but you feel me? Like, you see how like that hit though? That's like I feel the power in that is like, all right, from pain to prosperity, divorce, like these words hit, you know? So yeah, that's the one.
So excited. And then the ebook title is Solo Soaring: 5 Steps to Start Thriving After Divorce.
Which one is it? Say it again.
This is the ebook. Solo Soaring: 5 Steps to Start Thriving After Divorce.
Solo soaring, you said?
Yes.
I got you. So like by yourself. I like it.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Yep. I stayed up at 2:00 in the morning, got that ebook out.
That's
so I'm
it.
waiting on the cover now. So my question, real quick, on the retreat side, and I got what you were saying in regards to baking it in the cost.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it kind of like how we do P2P. You pay for your own travel. I just provide the food and the session.
Yep. Yeah. So that's it. So yeah, I would definitely keep it that way, but I would, like still bake it in the cost. Like, let's say if it was like, I've joined masterminds where, we had all inclusive in Cancun or something like that, right?
Right.
Well, I paid my own. I had to pay for my own flight or whatever, but like going there, they provided food. I had to pay for my flight and my room.
Right.
So like travel and lodge, it was on me.
Right.
But when I got there, you know what I'm saying? Like the place was nice. They had activities, you know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
it was things to do. So that's where the cost per person comes in at.
Right. So that's
Yeah.
what I'm going to do. Last thing is, I would love to work with Takesha because that is an integral part of what I am writing about. That would be extremely helpful. So I'll be reaching out to you directly because
Yeah,
I
look,
love
there we
your
go.
content.
The power of the group. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
thank
Financial
you.
healing, baby. I want
That's
some financial healing.
Not
Yeah.
sexual healing, financial healing, right?
That's
Financial
right.
healing.
Thank you. Thank you so
Financial.
much.
I like
All
that financial healing.
All right, Debbie, talk to me, Debbie.
Hi, everybody. Sorry,
Hey.
I'm driving. So my book, my book was Next Level Faith, Unleash the Power Within You. That was what mine was about, and it's about building out your faith from where you are, so you can go into your tap into your potential. Because a lot of people may be stuck where they are right now, being fearful of entering into, that career path or into that job, or, moving from where they are in whatever level of their lives to get to the next point. And so that is what my ebook is about, is catching that self. What is keeping you stuck where you are, so you're not moving forward? What is preventing you from moving into your God-given potential and purpose? So I don't know.
And so the only thing I would say there, though, is that like there's a lot of solution in the title and not enough pain.
Okay.
Right? Because Next Level Faith, I mean, I'm a man of faith, and I'm pretty sure you can't tell a man of faith that they ain't got, you know what I'm saying? Like people are not gonna think that there's another level of faith. Right? And so when you say next level faith, you know what I'm saying? Like it may not attract the person that actually needs it, right? Because they may feel like, well, I'm a man of faith, you know what I'm saying? Like and so I think it would kind of be like more around why people are stuck, right? Like like stuck on something. I was gonna say stuck on stupid, but it could be like, how people say stuck on stupid. It could be like a flip on that, where it's stuck on such and such and such. Like why, the top 10 reasons why you're not living the life that you deserve. And then you could put in, that they got to get that next level faith. In fact, your framework could be next level, right? Or your framework could be faith, right? But at the end of the day, I think that the ebook should like pull them in,
Okay. So and then as you said about pricing and stuff, I haven't really put a price on anything as yet. But I was working on the back end of putting in the program as it relates to the next level, and kind of fleshing it out as to, I didn't have a framework. Like I have a framework, but I never really like put an acronym to it. Like just assessing where you are, seeing what do you have as your gifts, or what do you have in your hand as what you can work with, and then how you can work with that to to move into the next. So that's the kind of framework, and then showing you how you can get tools from working with different persons and using those tools to move on to your next level. And also looking, a part of that, well, I guess it has to be a framework now, is looking at how you view yourself, your self-confidence and moving forward. So I was looking into some building out that as the next level kind of program where people can come in and and you know, what you call that now? One of your levels that you talk about. I thought you talk about 4 different levels. So
Oh, the examination level, elastic level, or exclusive level.
right, that's right.
Yeah.
So I think I want it to be like maybe a elastic level where it's
Yeah, with
it's
like
a
a membership.
program.
Yeah.
Yes, a membership where people would come in and have that.
Yeah, so
So-
I would just focus a little more on finding the pain. And then once you find the pain, you know, like the solution could be faith, right? And you can ask ChatGPT to help you kind of, you know, break down what the different steps are, and then just build out a program from there.
Okay.
All right. Last but not least.
Thank you.
Yep, Miss Kamik.
Hi, Ash.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, thank you for everything that you've done. The invite to this group course,
Yes, ma'am.
our challenge, and I just wanted to say that it's been very powerful, and I think I've made some good strides. I'm not where everyone else is, but I see personal growth.
But you are where Kamik needs to be.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So I wanted to ask your feedback on my title.
Okay.
And so it's called Finding Relief, Nurturing Inner Peace and Well-Being in a Non-Religious Context.
Oh, I like it. Is that your ebook or your book?
That's the ebook.
So I like it. I like it better. I like it better as a book. What's your book?
The book is okay, so I didn't do everything right. Like I'm getting the framework. I just got more notes on it. But in idea, my framework is about rediscovering your identity. And so yeah, it's about rediscovering your identity.
Yep.
And it has to do with being rooted. How can I say this? Okay. Book. It has to do with the going from illness to wellness, right?
Okay.
And
Okay.
that's achieved by understanding who you are.
Okay.
So
okay.
If
So I got excited when I heard your title because I immediately thought that your target market are those who grew up in religion but who are no longer attached to religion, which is a lot of people, right?
Okay.
So when you said non-religious context, I was like, ooh, that's a good niche, especially because like there's a lot of I know a lot of people who grew up in Islam who believe in God still, but there's things about the religion that they don't connect with. I know people who grew up Christian in the church there's things that they just don't connect with. And so when I heard that, I was like, oh, that's a good niche, right? Which is why I thought that would actually be a good book, where it's like, you know, I mean, I like Finding Relief, but even something more around like, you know, God Without the Barriers or something like that, like, you know, and that being a focus. But I don't want to make that your focus. That's what just came to me when I heard the subtitle for Finding Relief.
Okay, sorry. Are we talking about, okay, because you asked me about my book.
Yep.
So are we talking about the ebook being as far as the niche, or are we talking about the book?
Yeah, so both are the same, right?
Okay, right.
So like when I heard Finding Relief, and your subtitle, I immediately thought, oh, this is a great book title, and this is a good niche for focusing on that demographic who is moving away, right, from traditional places of worship, right? And so my advice would be that the book title would be, you know, Finding Relief with the subtitles, and then potentially, you know, I like Finding Relief, but I think something a little more like God Without Barriers, just something that explicitly says How to Connect with God Without Religion would be a great book. And then the ebook then would be Making Them Feel Pain, like a book called The Religious Outcast, the 10 reasons why the 10 reasons why you should stop listening to religion or something like that, right?
Oh.
Something along those lines,
Yesterday you talked about, or no, not yesterday, one of the days you
Yeah.
talked about competition, whether directly or indirectly, with places of worship. That is
Yeah.
not heavy on our background and tradition, and I don't want to be in that place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
No,
I'm not.
yeah. I mean, no. So again, I'm not. So to be clear, I'm not trying to tell you which way to go. I'm just
No.
saying, and this is for everybody as I'm just trying to help you see how I'm thinking based on your title, right? And so, but I think that there needs to be a niche, like what is your niche? Like who are you targeting? And then let's create the book and the ebook based on that target market.
Okay.
Audience.
So I was saying that only because I was asking, like, do you think that's a good idea based upon what you're saying? I don't take in direction, so that's not a problem.
Like what's a good idea because you wouldn't be competing with places of worship.
I wouldn't want to appear like that, is what I'm saying. I mean, if it happens and it's like, okay, that it comes
I think look, like Fatima says, right? Yes, it is a huge underserved market for their kids, right? Like, think about it, the people you're targeting are not going to the places of worship anyway. So these are lost, not lost, but these are people who don't have a home. They grew up in a household that was full with religion, but they don't want religion, and so now they don't know how to tap into God. And so there's a big market for it.
I have an answer for what you're saying, and this is bold, but my target audience is the Black man.
Okay.
So, I mean, yeah. So that's my target audience is the Black man, because they're the head of our families, they're the head of our communities, but without identity and you understanding who you are first spiritually. I mean, it's all of it, right? It's mind, body, everything, all of it, but it starts in spirit and understanding who you are and having that connection with God. It doesn't have to be, you don't need religion, but you need to have a connection. So anyway, that's where my mind is. And I'm just trying to figure out through all of the stuff, the workshops and everything, like how to make it happen.
Yeah, 100%. If I got excited when you said non-religious.
Yes.
Even if your target market's the Black man, I would still. I think that niche could still get you that target market.
Okay. That much pain. I feel like maybe that was just too direct because you said pain, but I'm like, and I'm a Black woman saying that.
Yeah.
And I don't like, but it's not like I never had a Black man mad at me before either. So I'm like,
no, but the thing is that with the pain, you don't really want them to be mad at you. You want them to be mad at their situation. So you're poking not fun, but you're poking at the situation so they can see you as an ally to help them with that situation. So that's the pain that you're looking for.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Look, and so the only reason, because day 5, that's the only reason I'm taking questions. But I do want to get to this. I do want to get to this to the last thing, because this is really like wrapping it up. And I want to talk about taking some quantum leaps, so unleashing your wealth. Dylan and
thank you.
Dawabu, if you guys could be really, really quick, then we'll get started.
Hey Ash, just want to tell you thank you so much for this program. It's been a blessing. So what I wanted to ask you is how can I add some more pain to my title? So what I have so far for my main book is called The Black Capital Blueprint: Empowering Entrepreneurs of Color to Navigate the Venture Capital Landscape. So the basis of my book is basically based on the statistics, which is overall, Black entrepreneurs receive less than 2% of all venture capital funding. And so what I wanted to do is talk about my own experience with being able to access that and help other entrepreneurs do the same. And I actually had a second question is, am I being too niche in terms of just going to talk about venture capital? Because there's also some discrepancies in terms of just capital in general, applying for loans, things of that nature. So your insight and your input would really help.
Yeah, so immediately as you said that, I thought about Reginald Lewis's book, Why Should White Men Have All the Fun? And that's immediately I feel like that could be like a remix to that. Sort of like, saying that like, black wealth is dying and something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like something like black wealth is dying. Why the wealth gap keeps expanding? Something that is like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Like what's happening? That would be the ebook. Okay. And then the book, I do agree that I wouldn't necessarily only focus on venture capital because most entrepreneurs don't even really know that even is an option, and so they make that language for entrepreneurs almost feels like Silicon Valley tech-ish, you know what I'm saying? So they may not feel it's for them. So making it wider where you're like how to gain access to, to capital or, other people's money, but kind of like tie in, the Black entrepreneurs or something like that, within that. I think that's the way to go with the book, and then just kind of draw some pain with the ebook.
Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yep, my pleasure. All right, last but not least.
All right, peace be with everyone. Thanks, Ash, for all the value information you provided to us. Quick, my title to my ebook is Essential Guide to Relieving the Stress and Pain of Getting Older and Age Gracefully. How does that sound to you?
I like it as a subtitle. That's the book or the ebook? That's the ebook. Essential Guide to Relieving Stress and Pain of Getting Older. And then do you have the book title yet or no? I'm stuck on the book title. Okay, because I like this as a book title, as a subtitle to your book, right? So Essential Guide. So it's almost like Essential Guide to Relieving the Stress and Pain. Like easy growing or something like that, or like easy growing, Essential Guide to Relieving Stress and Pain of Getting Older and Age Gracefully, right? Would be like a good book title. I like. And then ebook would be like I guess I would need to know more about your framework to be able to kind of figure out how to give more pain. Okay. I'm a holistic massage therapist. So when people, how I solve people problem is when they come to me, I get them out of pain, change their mind state change. When they get off the table, they have more hope, they feel stronger, they feel more joyful. Yep. So and also I'm educating them how to get the most when they come and get on my table. Yeah. What to expect when they come and get a massage. Gotcha. So yeah, so I think Essential Guide to Relieving the Stress and Pain of Getting Older, Age Gracefully, and then massage, massaging, massage.
And I feel that when people are in pain, they can't hear God clearly. They can't
Right.
live in their purpose.
I agree.
Nobody wants to get older. Everybody
agree.
wants to stay young, and massage adds quality to your life.
I agree.
It does the same thing exercise does, just not with the same intensity.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree. Massaging the pain.
So you told me to find the pain. I was just trying to.
No. That was good. That was good because that's what I'm saying. I think I would probably need more time, but I think like it's good though. I think that again, I still like the Essential Guide to Relieving Stress, or relieving stress and pain of getting older and aged gracefully. I'm trying to. Yeah. I need to come back.
Okay.
I'll follow up in the Facebook group. I'll follow up in the
All right.
Facebook.
We'll circle back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to the hold on. Let me just pin the homework because I know somebody said that they have issues downloading it. So let me get it. Day number 5. All right, where we at? All right, so day number 5. I'll put that in here. All right, so that's the workbook for today. And so day number 5, unleashing your wealth. And so as we go to recap, again, all this week was just first allowing you to understand the importance of royalty income and how your intellectual property could literally make you a lot of income and impact, give you a lot of impact. And so you got earned income, you got business income, you got interest income, you got rental income, and then rental income being at unlimited. And in order for you to make the most out of your intellectual property, most importantly, is for you to understand what your value is and what value you give to the marketplace. Because once you know your value and you know what value you're giving to the marketplace and you allow yourself to serve that marketplace, then you get in a unique position where people are willing to work with you for you to help them get to that value. And so today is really just talking about quantum leaps, right? And I'll share my screen shortly because I think this is important that we understand that the next step in our journey is really just taking what's called a quantum leap, right? And so a quantum leap is a huge, often sudden increase or advance in something, an abrupt change, sudden increase, or dramatic advance, right? And so a quantum leap is rarely used in scientific context, but its origins as a synonym of quantum jump, which describes an abrupt transition as an electron or atom or molecule from one discrete energy change to another. So when I think about a quantum leap, it's like, what is the next thing that you should be doing, right? Not necessarily the next logical thing, right? Because a lot of us we deal in logic, right? We deal in logic and we say, well, the next logical thing, like today, y'all went through 5 days of writing a book, and so the next logical thing will probably be to get the book published and then start putting the book out. But for me, I think the next logical thing is creating a high ticket offer and just offering it to somebody, right? Because guess what? That's a quantum leap, right? If you sold a book at $10, if your profit was $10 and your goal was to make $10,000 per month, well, the logical thing is to write a book and then figure out how you can sell 100 copies, right? Or 1,000 copies, right? Figure out how can you sell 1,000 copies every month of that book to make your $10,000 a month, right? But from a quantum leap perspective, if you just said, all right, now I got the framework for this book, and I'm going to take this book and I'm just going to create a high ticket, exclusive level product. And every month, all I got to do is find one person to buy it at 10,000, and I've reached my goal. Right? That's the level of thinking that I want us to be at. I want us to be at the level of thinking where we're not trying to work harder, we're working smarter, right? Because what? Working hard is dumb, right? I don't want us to get into a space where we're continuously trying to work hard. I want us to figure out how can we make the biggest impact in the shortest amount of time, right? And so there is a awesome book called U Squared, which is, if you haven't read the book, it's a really good book, about 35 pages. And we're going to go through a lot of the steps that they talk about as it relates to quantum leap, right? But in order for you to get to that level, right, where you are mastering your mission, you first have to increase your income, right? You have to increase your income, you have to illuminate your impact, and you have to improve your image, right? And what do I mean by that? Increasing your income is really about, again, stepping into your greatness, stepping into who you are, stepping into the authority that you already have, that you don't need to wait for anybody to give you, right? And then it's about illuminating your impact. If you have this solution and you're helping people and nobody knows you're helping people, or nobody is you don't have any reviews on your book, or you don't have any testimonials, right? Then it's going to be hard to for people to know, right, what your impact is. That's why I quantify everything. That's why I'm able to say, hey, I know I could get people results because I got this person's result. I was able to do this. I was able to do that. So it's really focused on making sure that as you're helping people, right, you're illuminating your impact. And then lastly, improve your image, right? Knowing that as you take quantum leaps, right, as you do what's the next illogical thing, not the next logical thing, when you do the next illogical thing, it actually helps you become the expert faster, right? When I was able to get a client, and I like that helped my confidence a lot. The first time I was able to help somebody make six figures, not myself, right? Because it's sometimes it's like, oh, you could do it, but can you do it for somebody else? Right? Do you know it enough? Right? Do you know it enough where you could do it for somebody else? Right? And so I would say, as you start getting other people with helping them get the result, it helps to improve your image. And so now let's go through the 15 jumps, right? Taking a quantum leap. So the book is called U Squared. So it's like it's from Price Pritchett. So it's like U with the 2 on the top, right? And so the first jump you need to do is change your personal rules for success. Going from U to U Squared is not a commonplace idea, right? If logic was the way to become successful, then everybody would be successful. It actually takes a level of unconventional thinking that helps people get to the next level. If everybody's going right, you should go the opposite direction. Right? If everybody like right now, there's a lot of people doing certain things that I'm like, oh, time to pivot. Right? There's too many people going in one particular direction, so let me pivot so that way I'm just not in the crowd doing the same thing that everybody else does. And so stop being common. Number 2, I need you to quit trying harder. Right? More of the same usually gives you more of the same. If you're not making enough money, I don't know anybody who is struggling in one job and then gets a second job and then they struggle more. Right? Because the job is not the answer. Right? More of the same is going to get you more of the same. And so your thought process around, you know, your book, around your offer is really about, all right, you know what? Do the opposite of what you would actually do. Right? And the truth of the matter too is that there's actually a metaphysical aspect of doing something illogical, right? There's like metaphysic property to it, where like if you do something and it doesn't make you afraid, then you're not necessarily like you're still in your comfort zone, right? There's times that there's things that I'm being forced to do, meaning like I'm forcing myself to do something, and my logical mind is like, yo, this is dumb. This is dumb. Like why? Like why would I do that? But then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do that, right? Because at the end of the day, doing something that you would normally do is probably just going to get you the same result that you would normally get, right? And so quit trying harder. Number 3, I need you to ignore conventional approaches, right? If you're having trouble climbing the wall, open the door and walk through, right? Ignore conventional approaches. Don't always be conventional in how you approach your success. Number 4, think beyond what common sense tells you, right? It's time to start focusing on possibilities rather on limits or obstacles. You know, it's easy for us to think about what would happen, right? What if my book don't sell, right? What if nobody takes my premium value offer, right? What if I don't get enough people inside my community? Well, what if you do? Right? What if you do? What if the first person you offer your $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 offer to says yes? Now what? Right? And so here's the thing. Here's what I want to tell y'all too, right? Faith and fear are both lies. Faith and fear are both lies. Both of them require you to believe in something that's not true yet. Right? Like if I say I have faith that I'll make $10 million this year, I made that up. If I believe that I'm gonna make $10 million this year, I just made that up. Because it didn't happen yet. And it requires me to have faith in something that didn't happen yet. But the same is true for fear, though. Right? The same is true for fear. If you say, I'm not going to put this book out because nobody wants to read it. Well, you just made that up as well. Right? And so faith, fear, anything that's not in the present is all like you're lying to yourself. Right? And so why not focus on the possibility, right? Why not just focus on the possibility that what you are doing is going to be successful? Number 5, suspend disbelief. If you must doubt something, doubt your limits. Right? If you must doubt something, doubt your limits. Number 6, focus on ends rather than means. Visualize your arrival. When you do that, it's like you magnetize yourself. Right? Focus on the end. Like, what does success look like for you? In everything I do, I always say, start with the end in mind. When you write your book, start with the end in mind. When you create your program, start with the end in mind. When you're creating your group, start with the end in mind. Like, what does that success look like to you? And so catch this. Catch this. It's be, do, then have. Right? For whatever reasons, a lot of us get stuck and think that the more we do, the more we have. But the truth of the matter, it is who are you becoming, right? It is who are you in your being? And when you are comfortable in your being, when you become, right? Then when you become, you can do the things that allow you to have the things, right? And so when I say focus on the end rather than the means, what happens? What you're essentially telling yourself is, who do I have to become? Right? When I look at the end, I look at who do I have to become? Right? Because I said this the other day. You can hustle your way to 6 figures. In order to make 7 and 8 figures, you have to become somebody different. You can't still be the same person if you want that end result. So you might as well look at the end result and ask yourself, who do I need to be? Because once you become, then your being dictates your doing. And then your doing will dictate your having. And so it's imperative, right? It's imperative as you're looking at your success, it's imperative that you have to focus on the ends, right? Rather than the means. Number 7, rely on unseen forces. Absence of evidence is not evidence of their absence, right? There are forces out there that are ready and able to help you get where you need to go. But you have to rely on these unseen forces. Right? If you look at your bank account right now and it says, and you don't have the balance that you want in there, you still have to believe, right? You still have to believe that you are a multimillionaire. Your bank just doesn't know it yet. Right? And so here's the funny thing about it, right? And this is something that I've always said, is that when you think about the lottery winners, right? Anybody who wins the lottery, most people who win the lottery usually lose their money within 5 years. Why is that? Right? Why is that? That's because they were not in vibrational alignment with millions of dollars. And so what's going to happen is, even if they get $1 million, right, their vibration is going to take them back to where they belong. And so the opposite is true, right? The opposite is true. If you are in vibrational alignment with a lot of money, with a lot of impact, with whatever you desire, right? There are unseen forces that are helping you get back to that alignment. So if you take a true millionaire, right? If a millionaire loses all of their money and they're a true millionaire, the money will find its way back to that person. It will find its way back. Why? Because they are in an energetic alignment. They are that. Right? Most people think it take $1 million to be a millionaire, but it's really the mindset. Right? Because being a millionaire is a mindset. When Elon Musk sold PayPal for $480 million, and he took that money and put it back into his businesses, right? He was still a multi-millionaire and eventually a billionaire, because it's about mindset. Number 8, I want you to choose a different set of risks. right? The biggest obstacle to overcoming the odds is never challenging them, right? Choose a different set of risks. And the reason why we're focused on this today, because we're at that last level, right? Right. So I want you to be clear. We're at that last level where you did all this work this week. You put out the, you got the ebook, you got the book, right? Some of y'all are in my program or are gonna join my program. So I'll be able to still push you, but regardless of that, you need to push yourself. Regardless of that, you need to take the next step. You need to put it out. You need to sell it. Right? You need to be going live. You need to be doing webinars. You need to be shouting to your audience that you have the solution. And so choose a different set of risks. Right? The biggest obstacles to overcoming the odds is never challenging them. Number 9, trust in the power of pursuit. Right? Most people confuse wishing and wanting with pursuing. Pursuing is an action, right? I need you to take action now, right? I need you to take action now. Take action now. Take action now. That means when you have a thought of doing something, just do it. Don't talk yourself out of it. Don't convince yourself that now ain't the right time. Just do it. Number 10, I need you to seek failure. Failure is a resource. It helps you find the edge of your capabilities, right? If you haven't heard no in a while, then you're not asking enough. If you haven't heard no in a while, then you're not asking enough. You're not shooting your shot enough. You're playing it way too safe. Everybody should at least hear 10 no's a week. You should be reaching out to people, and you should hear 10 people should tell you no, at least, at minimum. The more, the better. Number 11, get uncomfortable, right? U squared carries you beyond your commonplace and calls for a little more nerves. It's funny because I think about a lot of people that have success, and a lot of them are not even as talented as the people who, they're not even the most talented. The one thing I notice about people who have success is that they are fearless. They have audacity. Right? They have the nerve of them to believe that they can become successful. Number 12, open up your gifts. Right? U squared is a fascinating experience in self-discovery. Right? And so we all have these gifts that are not ours. Y'all remember my rant about Amazon. It's not yours. Right? And so you have to open it up and you have to discover who you are. Because as you discover who you are, you know who you work for. Right? I serve the people, and it is my pleasure to. So when I open my gifts, I know who I work for. Right? I know who I'm serving because I'm willing to self-discover and assess who am I, what am I good at, and how can I add value to other people's lives. Number 13, fall in love. Right? The inner drive must be strong enough to carry you past the point of wishful thinking. I love to see people succeed. I enjoy other people's success more than I enjoy my own success. Right? At this stage of my life, I feel like anything I do is going to be successful. Right? So I have no doubt in my abilities. I have no doubt on who I am. My ability to transfer that to believe in somebody and help them become success. I love that. Right? I'm in love with success stories. And so for me, that's what carries me. That's what keeps me passionate. That's what keeps me motivated. Right? Because the truth is, people used to lie to me, right? They told me I'd be dead or in jail by 25. They told me I wasn't going to amount to anything, right? So I used to listen to all of that. And so once I realized my greatness, I realized that all of those times I was getting in trouble, all of the times that I wasn't maximizing my full potential was because I was listening to other people lie to me. And even myself, I was listening to myself lie to myself. Right? And so now I know a lot of y'all lie to yourself. I know a lot of y'all listen to people. And so for me, my mission in life is to help people maximize their full potential. Right? And so you got to fall in love. Number 14, make your move before you're ready. You'll discover once underway that you know more than you think you know. Right? Make your move before you're ready. Right? I expect to see links up no later than, I know this challenge is over today, but no later than Monday. I expect everybody in here to drop a link where somebody could purchase your book or ebook in the Facebook group. Right? Move before you're ready. Don't overthink it. Right? Move before you're ready. And then lastly, look inside for the opportunity. Right? Look inside for what pulls you at your consciousness, for there you will find a direction. Right? We're never lost. There's nothing we need to find. We have it already. Right? We have it already. It's really about looking inside. What's pulling you? If you quiet the noise, right? If you quiet the noise of the world, you will realize that life has been pulling you in a direction forever. Life has always been pulling you. You've just been allowing the distractions to quiet that pull. Right? And so I need you to look inside for the opportunity. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Homework. Y'all still got homework, though. We're not done. Still got homework. Last homework. And I'm actually gonna add the link for the next challenge, but we're not gonna do it. But look, so reviewing your editing. Number one, I need everybody to post a video testimonial inside the Facebook group about your experience with the challenge and if you would recommend it to other. Number two, I need you to create your exclusive level offer for at least $10,000 and put it out there for people to accept or reject. In fact, if you're on Instagram or Facebook, I need you to write it and I need you to tag me on it so I can see if you really about it. How you saying that? Say it again. Now you're mute. Dahabu. Yeah. So I expect Dahabu to have a $10,000 or $20,000 package, that wellness package that comes with a certain amount of massage or something, right? I expect to see that. Like, create those offers, y'all. Number three, I need you to finalize your main book, right? So by now, you should have a rough draft of your book. Use the hour to make it shine, right? So ChatGPT can assist in editing and improving the flow. So a good prompt for this is ChatGPT, help me edit and improve this section. And then once you paste it, it should help you. Earlier today, I also offered some additional resources. So Sudowrite, SUDOWRITE is a good AI that can help you expand your story more. Jasper.ai has a content improver. So focus on those. And then be sure to also get help with your book blurb or description. So ChatGPT, write an engaging book description for my book titled, and then you put your book. That is it. That is my time, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for taking this ride with me. I do expect on Monday, at the latest on Monday, I expect y'all to be dropping some links to your ebooks. Show me that it's real. And for those, I know some did not apply. So again, based on those who are interested in working with me further, I have a done for you program and a done with you program. That I do not accept everybody into that program. And so here's the link to the application. Just simply apply. There's no money that you have to give. You just apply for it. And then somebody from my team will touch base with you, talk about the options. Yeah, that is it, my friends. Thank y'all again.
Hey, Ash.
Yes.
For our ebook, is there a program that you would use to like format like page numbers and like have like it nice and neat?
Yeah, so I think Microsoft Word is fine. I think you could use Microsoft Word and then just PDF it.
Okay.
Once you get it in a good flow. I mean, you can hire a designer, on Fiverr, and it's not going to cost that much either. Because they probably use like a different like InDesign or whatever the case may be. But I feel like Microsoft Word, like as long as you have a professional cover, do it on Microsoft Word, PDF it, and then from the PDF add your cover to the PDF.
Okay. And then what about the hard book?
And so the hard book, so the same guy, Pixel Studio that I use, he does my interior for the hard book. And so I would find somebody on Fiverr to design those, because you want those to look like professional.
Yeah.
And so I usually, it's like maybe like it's no more than like $150. It's really inexpensive. They'll get the book looking, really, really tight for you. And then once you have that, you would upload it to Amazon, Kindle Direct Publishing, or Ingram Sparks. I use those too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What's that third one?
The third what?
Amazon. You said Amazon.
Oh, Amazon and Ingram Spark.
Ingram Spark.
Yeah. Yep. INGRAMSPARK.
Okay.
And then illustrations, I will go to Fiverr. Fiverr for illustrations is good. All right, y'all wore me out this week, so I'm going to bed. Oh no, I can't go to bed yet because I gotta upload. I gotta upload today, so I gotta wait till I gotta upload it. So after I upload today, I will be going to sleep. But I appreciate y'all. Please keep the love alive, so that the Facebook group stays open. Y'all can connect with each other. Please do business with each other, work with each other, support each other. And if y'all need me, y'all know where to find me.
One quick question, Ash.
Awesome.
I shared a link right here, Publisher Drive, and it has like you can launch your books on this, and it has like 25 different platforms, and it's a fee that you pay. I mean, you can check it out too. You pay one flat fee, and it launches it on Amazon and a bunch of other different companies. I don't know if you heard of this, but I
haven't heard of it. What is it called?
Publisher Drive, publishdrive.com. Right here. I put it right here, so y'all might want to check that out.
All right, bet. I'm gonna check it out.
Okay.
I'm gonna check it out. All right, appreciate you. All right, y'all. Thank y'all. Have a great night. Have a great week.